Life is hard in this economy. Existing feels impossible. Grocery prices is out of this freaking world. Inflation is kicking everyone's ass. How are these people going to do it? How am I going to do it? How are you going to do it?
I don't understand why I'm struggling when I have a full-time job.
Florida is so broke right now, people are literally financing their groceries like a car note.
That's crazy.
I am so fucking over this.
This is not even funny, but I'm at the point where I'm gonna file bankruptcy.
Everything in this country is so much harder than it needs to be for no reason.
Everyone just feels so exhausted right now.
You nailed it. Everyone is struggling. And the worst part about this struggle is that it's starting to feel permanent.
Damn. Okay, so I deadass. So I was the only. Now I'm not struggling. I can afford my bills and then have a little bit of cash set aside, but it's not where I want to be. I literally thought it was just me. I'm turning 30 in November. I feel like I'm so far behind my peers and people my age whenever I go onto social media.
The US dollar has tanked nearly 10% since Trump took office.
Having one stream of income in today's economy is not enough.
Facts.
The working man is dying in silence, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. We are tired.
These jobs as rent fucking high. These jobs don't pay nothing. They want you to sit here and do X, Y, and Z when they do the fucking bare minimum.
We are living in...
That is very interesting though. That is very interesting. The reason why I think personally, as someone who used to run a business, right? I used to own my own business. What people fail to realize is the owner takes all the financial risk. They're the ones that in the very beginning of the inception of this building, of the business, they put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours weekly. You know what I'm saying? They were grinding non-stop every single day to get it to where whatever corporation is to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I do think it's fair that they do reap the benefits after starting it, because if they never started it, there would be no businesses around and everyone would just be poor. You know what I'm saying?
In a day and age where a man can work 40, 50, 60 hours in a week and still be broke.
Let's be honest. Life isn't just hard in this economy. It's borderline absurd. You work full-time, maybe overtime, maybe 3 jobs. And somehow your reward is choosing between groceries or rent, not both. That's luxury thinking. You open your fridge and it's a museum of expired ambition. You check your bank account and it sighs louder than you do. And every time you tap your card, it feels like a trust fall.
No, bro, I've been broke for so long that I know I'll have money in my bank account. And when I pay for something, I still get nervous. When I know, like, I could just have gotten paid that day and then no bills taken out, you know what I'm saying? Bills is good, everything is straight. I will still think that I have my heart still pounds.
No one catching you. They say, just save more, as if you're out here buying yachts and avocado toast. No, you're dodging late fees like it's an Olympic sport.
Oof.
Meanwhile, prices rise like they're chasing a personal best. Eggs have a stock portfolio. Toilet paper is basically a subscription service. And rent
is it really that bad out here? Okay. It's that bad? Like, toilet paper is a subscription service?
It's a horror story with no ending, just sequels. But here's the kicker. You're not lazy. You're not reckless. You're just living in a system that punishes survival and calls it personal responsibility. So if you're tired, broke, and wondering how basic life became a luxury item, you're not alone. You're just awake.
I just had to drop my daughter off at daycare at 8 weeks old, and I hate
Who is this guy right here?
it. Everybody just kept saying, she's so little. Like, I know she is.
8 weeks is crazy.
So little. And I still have to go into work. Like, I'm so happy to be back here, and I'm not.
She gets a pass though, just because one, she's probably dealing with postpartum depression. You know what I'm saying? And from what I hear, that'd be fucking women up. You know what I'm saying? That'd be destroying them. Their confidence, their emotions, their hormones, everything.
I am so fucking over this. I'm so over feeling like shit all the time. I'm so over being burned out. I'm over feeling like nothing I do is ever enough. And it's not the people around me, and honestly, it's not me either. I mean, it is a little bit my mindset. I need to fix that, but it's this fucking society that we live in that's like, do more, be more, earn more, spend more. There's like never enough. There's no one.
Yeah, but I think that's where social media is like a downfall, especially for us, is the negative aspect, because who's telling you to spend more? I honestly feel like it's the content that you're consuming. If you were just to get off social media for a week and stop scrolling, right? The doom and gloom mindset, because what it is everyone's dopamine receptors is burnt out. Everyone's dopamine is burnt out. Everyone is exhausted up here. You know what I'm saying? So if you were to get off social media, let your dopamine reset, then you probably would have like a more positive mindset and more of a, man, this shit sucks, but I'm going to dig my way out of it, instead of saying, damn it, everything's too expensive. Everything's expensive. I'm just going to quit. I'm burnt out. I don't want to do nothing.
We're all dealing with this burnout. Like literally all of us, everyone I talk to, we're just crashing out because the expectations are too high and there is no space for us to be fucking human beings. And I am so over it.
And not to be political, family, but why is it so hard to survive in this economy? Now, let me tell you, guys know I was doing plumbing. I thought I got laid off. I've been trying to get back into plumbing, but it's been hard. Like, I haven't been able to get hired. So I just picked up a regular full-time job, but it's not enough. It's so bad to the point where I'm trying to pick up another job where I can work back to back, basically working like 16, 17 hours a day just to try to survive in this economy.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, broski. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and it sucks. And so I'm not saying like, he's just complaining, bro. It sucks. Every race does it. You know what I'm saying? Every race does it. But sometimes we got to take 3 months of our life and say, fuck it. I am not going out. I am not out eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to drink. I'm just going to grind for these 3 months with these 2 jobs to build a nice cushion for savings. And then after the 3 months is up, then quit one of them. And now you're kind of just coasting. You feel me? Now you don't have to worry too much. Or you can do 6 months and then quit. You don't always have to go out and kick it. You don't always have to go and chase women. Not to saying that he's doing that, just as a broader sense, in a broader sense,
It shouldn't be that way, man, but I was always one that, you just got to do what you got to do, and it's temporary, but that's why I've been trying to get my clothing brand started, GoFundMe's in the bio. I've been trying to just do all type of stuff, man, but keeping my head up, family. Just don't forget, keep your head up.
I was just having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about how everyone just feels so exhausted right now. And when I say exhausted, I mean exhausted with everything. People are exhausted with work. People are exhausted with corporate America. People are exhausted with this administration. People are exhausted with the systems that have been put in place. People are opting out of the systems. People are choosing to move abroad. People are choosing to quit their jobs and to do their own thing. And I don't blame people. It just feels like there has just been a black cloud that has been looming over everyone and over this entire world. And I think we as a people, because I know I feel it, everyone is just experiencing burnout at a quicker rate. Honestly, I don't think life is supposed to be this way. I don't think we're supposed to be experiencing this much exhaustion.
Interesting.
I'm having a terrible day. I've cried all day. Now I don't know if I should cut my hair on a pixie or dye it blue.
Pixie cut is never the way, ladies. I love long hair.
Or move to Barcelona. I don't know.
Florida is so broke right now, people are literally financing their groceries like a car note. Florida has a...
They're putting groceries on Klarna? I didn't even know that was an option. What do you mean people are financing their groceries? It's that hard out here? Guys, something has to happen. We got to come together, ask for more pay. But the thing is, when people ask, like a union, they ask for more pay, right? They come together. Have you noticed that everything around them just gets more and more expensive? The business has to raise costs, and then other businesses then have to raise costs, and then some business get priced out, and then a new one comes in and it's expensive, and then everything just keeps rising and rising and rising. How is it possible to make it not rise? I'm not an economist.
Officially turned into the second most financially distressed state in America. Of course, only Texas beat them out.
Wow.
When I saw it, I thought, dang, Florida and Texas are in competition with each other to see who can treat their people the worst. See, here's the wild part. A new study found that 25% of Floridians are financing their groceries using buy now, pay later. You heard that right. Loans. We finance cars, homes. Some people even do it to furniture. Now it's chicken wings, bread, and milk. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me. Because when you look at Florida, a huge part of the problem is the elderly. And it's not like grandma can go get a side hustle at Amazon or the grocery store to make up for the money that she misses every month. The elderly don't have that option. It means that they're feeling the squeeze tighter than anybody else. And the squeeze is brutal. People are delaying payment, racking up late fees, filing bankruptcy, or just straight up not paying bills no more.
Sheesh.
That's not living paycheck to paycheck. That's survival on credit. And just note, it's not just a Florida story or a Texas story.
I did not know you could do that. That's crazy.
When two of the largest states in the country are collapsing under the weight of necessities, that means it's a sign that it's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
So if Florida is drowning while selling sunshine and palm trees, imagine what it looks like in states that don't have the tourism economy to fall back on. And quiet as kept, Florida ain't got it to fall back on no more either. So remember, America will sell you a dream, but it will make you finance the groceries just to stay alive. And if you think it's normal, then you've already accepted living in a nightmare.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would ever be normal to put. But the thing is, we're becoming, as a society, we're becoming like socially engineered to buy things now and pay later. Yes, layaway, yes, things like that existed, but bro, you can buy shoes. You can put buy now, pay later on shoes, clothes, apparently groceries, you know what I'm saying? So, and then it's going to be a nasty cycle of forever debt. Because you're probably going to max out your credit cards, and then it's just debt and debt and debt, and then you're just going to be paying bills for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And which is not good. Not good at all.
Having one stream of income in today's economy is not enough. Like, y'all remember when you was able to actually work one job, and that one job paid your bills, paid your car note, paid your insurance, and you will still have a little money left over for you to enjoy for you and your family?
Low-key, I feel bad because that's me right now. I low-key feel bad because that's like, I'm quote unquote struggling, but not to this extent. Like, I still have a little bit of cheese left over after my car note, my car insurance, my house, my rent. You know what I'm saying? Not my house, but my rent, groceries, and things of that nature.
Not today. It's like you are broke as soon as you get paid.
I do feel like that, though.
As a matter of fact, you're broke.
I be looking, bro. I'll be like this on my phone. I'll be looking at my I'll be like, damn, they took how much in taxes? How much medical did they take out? 401k, damn. I might have to turn my 401k down. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how, because as soon as my check is, bro, it's like, bro, it's so much money gone.
Before you even get
out of
paid,
that pie.
Because you done already calculated how many bills you have to pay. So as soon as your check hits that bank account, that direct deposit, it goes right to them people.
Yeah.
That's why having multiple streams of income is important. Hell, even the Bible tells us to have multiple streams of income because you never know what could happen.
Facts.
Like, this is ridiculous, man. The cost of gas is going up. The cost of groceries, carton of eggs are high as hell, bro. Your health insurance, your car insurance. I think car insurance is one of the biggest scams ever, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, so I used to think that too, like, damn. So, like, my last car that I had, I turned the insurance off of that, and I was whipping around. Thankfully, I haven't hit nobody. Someone at the very end did hit me, and I was like, wow, right? But it was his fault, so I was like, either we go, you pay because it doesn't matter if I have insurance or not. You hit me, buddy. Either you're paying or we could just not say it happened because this car was brand new. Like, he didn't even have his license plate yet. So I was like, I mean, what you trying to do? Your insurance is going to go up either way. Or we just don't say anything and we just go on about our day. And he was like, let's just not say anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's just not say anything. I bet. But I don't think car insurance is a scam just because if someone does hit you, gap insurance, or if you were to kill someone or, you know what I'm saying, something like that, you will be somewhat covered.
All I'm saying,
your premiums are going to be high as hell, but you're still covered.
Saying this, man, you got to try to figure out a way to get another stream of income. I don't know how. I don't have the answers. If I get the answers, I will share, but You got to find a way, man, because having one stream of income is not enough. Sometimes I understand why people get involved in the crime life. I'm not saying I am. But when you look at your paycheck, you like, yo, it got to be another way.
I got to say it in the streets. I got to stand in the course, sling that rock, nigga. Hey, I got to sling that fetty.
You nailed it. Everyone is struggling. And the worst part about this struggle is that it's starting to feel permanent. I make way less money in real terms than I did 5 years ago, and I'm working way more than I ever did. My pay didn't go up to reflect the changes in cost of living, and I live in a city with one of the highest rates of inflation in the entire country for the past 5 years running. I went and bought groceries today, got 3 things: salt, shaving cream, and a salad kit. These 3 things cost me $10.31.
Where I'm at, a salad kit is like $4. What do you say? Shaving cream? I don't shave. Maybe like $5, $6, $7. That's about right. 3 things. Okay, but okay. Realistically, what are you expecting though? $5? It's for some quality shaving cream, some a quality salad kit, and the other thing that you got. Like, what are you expecting though?
$10 and change used to buy breakfast at the local Cuban restaurant, but not anymore. Speaking of food, I'm basically a vegetarian now. Not by choice, but by economics. I cannot afford to buy meat at the store anymore.
Wow.
I can't afford to go to restaurants. I'm not dropping $100 on a meal for 2. I can't go to the movies.
Facts.
That's way too expensive. I just work, come home, and then try to build something on 2 different side hustles because I'm trying to get out of this. I'm trying to escape this. I can't take it anymore. I know firsthand that in my city, all of the people my age are getting priced out. We are getting pushed out and moving elsewhere. The only people left now are rich retirees, which good for them, but who's going to work at the restaurants? Who's going to work at the valet that parks the cars of the restaurants that they eat at? You can't have a functioning local economy if nobody works the jobs. And the young
That does make sense. I've never thought about that. That is a great point, right? And if it starts to shake up the bottom, then it's going to start shaking up the top of the pyramid, right? And from what I'm hearing, there's not like a lot of jobs out here that people are like, I didn't know that LinkedIn did this thing where it's ghost jobs and you'll get ghosted for it. You know what I'm saying? You go for an interview, then they stop talking to you. You apply to 500 different websites, different jobs, and no one is hitting you back up, you know? So, I mean, it's very, 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 very tough in weird times right now.
people that do work those jobs can only be pushed out so far. They can only commute in so far before they just don't make that commute anymore, before they just work somewhere else. I try to stay positive, but I don't see it getting better. Everybody's struggling. Nothing is changing. I keep thinking that change is right around the corner and something's going to happen to where it gets better, but it's been years and years of this slowly getting worse. That's why I'm leaving. I'm moving out of the country. I'm moving to Portugal because I want to live again. This is not living here. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it and I can't do it anymore. What are things like where you live? Are you seeing the same things? I can't be alone in this. You've noticed it getting worse too, right?
I love my dad to itty bitty pieces. This man is retired. I love him so much, but the generational difference is really a real thing. I'm his oldest daughter. I'm 37 years old. And today I had a conversation with him. Be in mind, he's not just retired. He has his house paid off. He has cars that are paid off and stuff like that. Worked a job that had a pension, you know, and he's getting his Social Security too. And he said to me this question: I don't feel like prices have changed. He asked me, literally asked me, like, is it really that hard out here? And I was like, Dad, you cannot be joking. Like, a person that no longer has, you know what I'm saying, a mortgage payment, a car payment.
But I mean, it sounds like he worked his ass off to get to that point though, you know? Like, a lot of these people are like, bro, I need to have 2 jobs. Yes, it's unfortunate, but at some point, yo, everyone has to work hard. Everyone has to work. And it sucks because I'd rather be putting my feet in the sand right now. You know what I'm saying? But I got to go to work tomorrow and then make YouTube videos after work and then go to the gym. It's very slim. And then hang out with my girlfriend and then take my dogs on a walk. So it's like a bunch of, it's not just you, it's everyone. You know what I'm saying? But the only way, honestly, to get out of that is to have multiple streams of income, is to have 2 or 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. But in the long run, you will thank yourself for it.
I just, like, I'm like, yeah, Dad, I work paycheck to paycheck, and I have to work a second job just to pay for extra groceries so I can make it till next week. I don't see the price difference. I'm like, Dad, literally, like, less than a month ago and stuff like that, with tariffs and stuff like that, I was like, do you understand, like, how much ground beef is when I'm buying it? And he's like, I just don't feel like the prices have really changed that much. And I was like, I don't like to argue with my dad because I respect my dad. I love my dad. My dad is my elder. When I see millennials, when I see people my age.
If you feel like your dollar isn't going as far, it's not in your head. The US dollar has tanked nearly 10% since Trump took office. This year alone, it's tanked 10%. That's the steepest decline since 1973. Foreign investors, they're pulling out of the stock market. Over $63 billion has been pulled out of the market in the last 2 months. And some countries are even talking about ditching the dollar completely as their main form of currency. Stores are closed.
Is America going downhill? Like, are we on this slope and we're just not gonna ever come back up? Is America becoming a third world country?
Too. Over 154 Walmarts are set to be closed this year alone. Imagine how many job losses that means. And honestly, some of these places that are closing the Walmarts don't have other grocery stores for miles. Meanwhile, Trump's tax and spending plan is set to push our national debt up 124% of GDP over the next decade, adding $3.4 trillion to the deficit. That's a burden that our kids are going to be stuck paying for. And let's not get started on the markets. Worst first 100 days since Nixon. The S&P dropped 8%, and economists are saying that our dollar could drop another 15 to 20% in the coming years. This isn't Wall Street.
I thought the S&P was like one of those things that you invest into because it's like a steady incline, you know? Like it doesn't really go down. So if it's dropped 8%, that's the S&P 500, right? And then there's like 400 and 300s. But if that's the case, that's really not, I didn't know that. That's really not a good sign.
Street drama. This is what your future looks like. This is what groceries you can buy, what kind of future you can provide for your children. So MAGA, you voted based on your egg prices. Is America great yet? Is it great? Are we great? Because it looks to me like we are failing.
Y'all, can I be real for a second? I need a vent. So I just got back from Target, and like I like to do the grocery runs when it comes to eating food in the house. Let's be real, I am struggling financially for my kids, and you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I also have my husband that works full-time. He works very hard. I go to the grocery store, right? And I'm
not gonna lie, mama, you gotta work too. You gotta work too. In this economy, and it sucks. I wish my girlfriend didn't have to work and I could pay for everything and she could just live in a fairy tale dream. But that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. Not if your husband doesn't have like one of these 100K plus type of jobs.
Trying to just like hold it all in because I already know this grocery bill is going to be so high. Because
you could DoorDash, like something on the side, like, you know what I'm saying? If you can bring in an extra $200 weekly and that's $800 monthly, the food is good. You know what I'm saying? Little food and little bills around the house. Boom, you're solid. Let your husband take care of all the extra stuff, and then that's an extra $800 in his pocket, which can go towards more stuff in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I need stuff around the house, cat food, cat litter, toilet paper. I need, you know, conditioner, all this stuff that you need to survive. Not stuff that you want, stuff that you need. For that, I was adding up everything, and like I needed diapers and wipes for both kids, 2 different sets of diapers, and mind you, that's almost $80-90. It's $104, and I haven't even gotten to the food yet. Finally, I call my husband, and I'm broke down. Like, and I'm 8 months pregnant, mind you.
Okay, yeah. Damn. That sucks. But there's other women that do it too. So like, sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do, but we have to do, you know?
Crying, hormonal. I'm frustrated because I can't find the kids conditioner, and then they don't have it. I went to the same aisle 3 times.
Why, if you're struggling like that, why are you popping out another child though?
I can't do it anymore. I'm trying to have faith in God and trust God that he got us during this hard time. I have nothing for this baby. I don't know where the baby's going to sleep. I don't know. Like, I don't have a car seat for it. And I'm just like, God, I trust you, but man, I'm tired. Have you ever had those moments as a mom where you lose it? I was losing it in the Target store, talking to my husband, and he's trying to
This is sad. This is sad. I hope God blesses their family.
calm me down. When is it going to end? My bill was almost $300, and I'm just like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do 3 sets of diapers? Just needed to vent.
3 sets of diapers?
You're not alone.
I ain't gonna lie. When I had my child, my daughter, bro, diapers was kicking my ass. Thankfully, I had like a village to help me as well. It sounds like they don't have a village. They don't have grandparents or parents to help them, which is unfortunate. Damn.
But
she should have went on birth control after the second one, though.
I gotta trust God.
I need assistance, or like not even assistance, like some type of help, because I'm just sitting here struggling, and it's August, obviously, and I'm going into my senior year of college. I'm supposed to graduate in May, right? As well as I'm trying to find a job in my major, trying to figure out if I want to move out right away into like where the city I'm from, or do I want to move out and stay where I'm at already, like keep my apartment where I am in school, or do I want to like stay home for a little bit and figure shit out? Like, I don't know, but like I'm seeing so many different like 20-year-olds in different paths that it's so hard also to get like true advice, because like you have friends that are going to the military, but then you also have friends that are not in school at all, and then you have friends that might have tried school but it didn't work for them, so now they've been out for a little bit longer than you, so they're into the workforce, like they have full-time.
I think the smartest thing for this young lady to do, I say that like I'm old, I'm late 20s, but I think it's smart for people that are in college to take as many internships as possible to build up that network, so when they do graduate, then they'll have connections, you know? They can, hey, do you think you could hire me here? Or that person may know someone who's hiring somewhere else, you know, instead of, and I'm not saying she's doing this, but a lot of college students, they party, they waste their time. Yes, they may still get good grades, but party hard, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, in the end, you're still cooked because you didn't make any connections.
Jobs, like, I don't know. I know it's possible. Like, I know a lot of college students are, you know, working and going to school and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I do as well. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do I make a true living for myself? Like, my major is psychology and then my minor is public health, so y'all do the math on how many degrees I need to actually start making money. But like how do I make a living for myself, like if it's not a hustle, like nails, hair, you know, stuff like that? Like,
if you have a degree in psychology, you can be a psychologist. What you could do is like one of those like online therapist place where you're like a freelancer, and then put your price, and then, you know what I'm saying, then kind of get that going.
How? Like, honestly, how? It's like you need some type
it's
of
a way. I'm not saying that like it'd be your main income, but it's a way to get some type of money, you know?
You need something, and it's like I haven't found my talent yet, and I'm like struggling, and it's like things are just adding up, and I'm like, is a normal job just gonna like get me here, or do I need to get like these certifications? Like, I don't know. I feel like our generation is just
cooked,
thrown into adulthood with no real like cushion or something for real. Like, I don't know. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do other 20, because I'm 21, do y'all other 20-year-olds understand what I'm saying? 20-something-year-olds understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I feel like your parents went through that too, though. I feel like in these types of situations, though, specifically what she's talking about, not what the other people are going through, specifically what she's talking about, I definitely feel like everyone, when you become an adult and then you get all these responsibilities just thrown on you, it's kind of like, whoa, what the fuck am I doing? What am I supposed to do? I'm not making enough money here. I'm not doing this here. I'm not doing this. I feel like I'm deficient. Why can't I hang out with my friends? Like, what's going on? And then a lot of people that talk to the parents, they're like, I mean, we had to do that too. No, it's not okay. No, but it's different now. You don't understand. You got your whole mortgage paid off. You got your car. Yeah, but I had to work for this. It's not like I was sitting on my ass. You know what I'm saying? But let me know in the comment section. Let me know if I'm just out of there, out of the loop, let me know in the comment section. On that note, peace.